Have you ever felt small and powerless, especially when there's something wrong that you want to right? Well, today I'll tell you the story of a little girl named Alice who felt powerless, but a beloved childhood story inspired her to act creatively and give a priceless twist to literary history at the same time. Hi, I'm Liam. I'm a retired history professor who loves stories like the one I'm about to tell you. See how it ends. It was the early 1960s, and Alice loved Charlotte's Web, the delightful book that many of us who grew up in the 50s and 60s loved. Alice's parents read Charlotte's Web to her at bedtime, and when she learned to read, she pored over a well-worn copy. She identified with Fern, the heroine of the story. She fell in love with the fictional farm and its wonderful animals, especially Wilbur the pig, who was destined for the chopping block until a wise and compassionate spider named Charlotte interceded on his behalf with a scheme to convince the farmer that Wilbur was more valuable alive than he was as bacon or ham. Alice adored the characters and the farm. When Alice was 10, her parents allowed her to spend a magical summer with her grandparents. There, she happily learned about caring for the animals, especially a young pig who reminded her of Wilbur from her favorite story. At summer's end, she returned home, but soon overheard her parents' casual conversation about news from the farm where her grandparents lived. The time had come for the pig to be slaughtered, and grandfather planned to do the deed the next day. Alice was understandably upset. This was just like the story, but in this story, there was no wise spider to save the pig's life. She would have to become the pig's Charlotte. Yes, that was it. She knew what to do. She turned to the illustrations she found in her copy of Charlotte's Web and found just the one she was looking for and copied it onto a larger paper using crayons. Though it was late in the evening, she begged her father to drive her to her grandparents' farm, where she tacked the picture on the side of the pig pen where she knew the old man would see it in the morning. So the next morning, as the old man trudged to the pig pen, he was startled by the appearance of a picture of a spider web. Emblazoned in the spider web were the words, "Some pig." That looked very familiar to him, and yet he paused a moment, perplexed. He scratched his head, and then the most unexpected thing happened. He quietly entered the pen, retrieved his axe, and killed the pig. I said unexpected because Alice's grandfather, the man who raised the pig for bacon and ham, was none other than E.B. White, the author of his step-granddaughter's favorite story, Charlotte's Web. Comment and subscribe for more.